best career. Number 2, the best training. And number 3, the best technology platform. On career, we are the only company that offers you 3 tracks for career development. You can choose to be a producer, you can choose to be a manager, and we also provide a platform for you to move into corporate if you wish to. Number 2, on training, we believe we have the best training program in the industry. We are the only company that offers a partnership with a top business school, NCR, to train our top leaders. Nobody else does that. So it will please me to no end if one of you go to the program and eventually be my successor as CEO. Finally, number 3, FWD is built on the digital platform. The digital innovation runs deep into our DNA, and we believe we have the best digital tools. Everything that you need to run your business, from advisory tools, managing your business, to training, are all available online. In fact, we are one of the strongest companies during the COVID-19 period to be able to operate and sell completely remotely. So these 3 things offer you a fantastic career opportunity to develop and grow with us. And I hope you will find our information useful. I hope that you will join us as one of our FWD family, and I look forward to welcome you. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Okay, so thank you so much. I know that has been a very insightful message coming from our CEO. I hope you're able to appreciate that, and I hope you're able to be energized. And in fact, we're actually very excited to have this presentation with you. We have quite a lot of information or a lot of things in store for you today. So why don't I go through the outline that we have for this afternoon? So first is we're going to share with you who we are in the business as FWD and also in the industry. Second is we will also be sharing with you why is the best time, why today is the best time to be part of the insurance business. Third, we will also be taking a look at or sharing with you more information in terms of a career that you are able to progress here, or you're able to pursue here in FWD. Lastly, we have actually invited one of our distinguished speakers, right, to share with you his personal story in going through the insurance businesses and also here in FWD. And then later on, I will be sharing with you what's your next step. Should you be interested to be part of FWD, we will be walking you through and we will be guiding you in terms of what are the things that you can do as you are able to start your journey with us. Okay? So with that, let's start the presentation by introducing to you one of our distinguished territory sales head, Jet Villamor, who handles our territory in Visayas and also Mindanao. Over to you, Jet.
Thank you, Karen. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Jet Villamor. I am one of your business partners here in the southern part of the country, Visayas and Mindanao. For those of you who are from the Visayas and Mindanao territory, you'll be seeing more of me and my ADMs in the days ahead. And for those of you who are from the Metro Manila and Luzon, you will have Philip, Aris, and Ban together with the entire sales and management team as your business partners. First of all, I would like to honor you for being here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We know how busy you are, but you know, who knows? This might just be the session that will change your life forever. All you need to do is, you know, have an open mind and listen up to the very end of the session. Okay. Now, I think one of the most important questions that needs to be answered in your minds before we can even proceed right now is the very basic question, who are we? Sino nga ba naman si FWD, di ba? Pero siguro ganito, before going into some numbers or as you might call it, infographics, please allow me to share with you our brand story as it defines who we be, how we behave, and how we are seen as a business. Our vision is far clearer than any crystal ball. So simple yet so profound. It's as simple as this: changing the way people feel about insurance. That's actually how much clearer that it can get, and that vision underpins everything that we do. Kasi alam nyo, at FWD, we're taking a new approach to a conventional industry. This means we don't use fear tactics. Hindi po kami nananakot, and we don't create false promises. Instead, we believe that life insurance should make people feel more confident and more empowered. Because at FWD, we've got your back. Our customers can get on living their very best lives without having to worry. So to help you better understand who we are, allow me to enumerate to you five core values, as this clearly defines who we are and what we stand for. 5 lang naman siya. So we are committed, we are innovative, we are proactive, open, and caring. So yun po yung 5 core values na yun na nagdi-define kung sino si FWD. We are actually a pan-Asian insurer. We are predominantly present in Asia for 2 reasons. One, this is the market that we understand better than others, and that the market that we wanted to continuously understand more deeply. Second, despite having a lot of insurance companies in Asia, we still have a very low insurance penetration in the area. That is why we are committed to stay in Asia to change the way people feel about insurance. We are fresh, we are unique, we are FWD. We have an asset, of over 50 billion US dollars with over 7.5 million customers, and so far present in 9 markets across Asia. And so far, our orange flag has actually been flying proudly in Japan, Hong Kong, Macau, Thailand, of course here in our country, in the Philippines, Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So far in 9 markets already. And FWD has been home to more than 6,000 proud employees and 22,000 strong prouder agents and our planners. Next slide, please, Karen. We have a very, very strong backing. Kumbaga parang nakasandal ka sa isang di natitinag na pader. Siguro naririnig nyo naman si Pacific Sensory Group, di ba? Si PCG. PCG is actually an Asia-based private investment group established in 1993 with interest across 3 core business pillars. Ito yung technology, media and telecommunications, and the third is the financial services, which actually FWD is a part of. PCG actually has demonstrated a strong track record of successful investing and has created a long-term sustainable network in Asia and across its core business pillars. Of course, we are also backed by GIC. Kung sakali ang GIC po ay bago sa inyong pangdinig, ang GIC Private Limited is formerly known as Government of Singapore Investment Corporation. It is a sovereign wealth fund established by the Government of Singapore in 1981 to manage Singapore's foreign reserves. Konti lang naman yung asset niya at around 440 billion US dollars. Swiss Re is another backer and is one of the most respected and biggest reinsurers in the world, mostly present in 20 countries and 8 of them are in Asia. Nandun din yung RRJ at saka yung Hupo, who are also private investment firms that focuses on equities in the Asian markets. Those are just some of our, minor shareholders. Kung sakali gusto nyong malaman talaga kung sino yung mga company nito, may tinatawag silang diba? GMG. Anong ibig sabihin ng GMG? Google mo lang, girl. So kung i-google mo tong mga companies na to, you will know how big the backers of FWD is. Next slide, please, Karen. In the Philippines, FWD is, the fastest growing life insurance company today. And we are one of the most highly capitalized, if not the highest capitalized life insurance company in the country. With over 2.3 billion paid up capitalization, which is more than double the requirement set by the Insurance Commission at 1 billion. Well, of course, this is a true indication of both our strength and our faith in the Philippine market. What took all of the other life insurance companies almost forever to break into the top 10 ranking in the Philippines? We did it in 6 years. As it is right now, we are already ranked, guess what? Number 4. Di pa po ata na-update itong nasa slide. Our numbers actually put us at number 4 based on the 2020 figures in terms of total APE. When I say APE, that means annualized premium equivalent. And you know what? We are truly and extremely proud of what we have achieved in so short a time. Number 4 out of 32 life insurance companies, and we did it as a challenger brand in less than 10 years. And we did it, in fact, in just 6 years. That is why hindi talaga ako magbabakasakali to ask you to join us as we scale higher and as we write a new chapter in the history of this industry in the country. We have been awarded as the best employer by the ASEAN Corporate Governance Scorecard. One of the other feat that we are so very proud of is the fact that as a life insurance company, in so short a period of time, in just a matter of 5 years, when almost all the others took them more than 10 years, FWD became profitable just after 5 years as a company in the country. And if you know how the industry works, you'd be truly amazed of the turnaround time of 5 years to become profitable. And another thing is we have a strategic partnership with Security Bank, one of the best and multi-awarded banks in the Philippines today. And so far, we have 17 hubs across the country and still growing. We are present in major cities in the Philippines, like we are in Baguio, of course, nasa Manila tayo, in Cebu, Davao, Cagayan de Oro, Bukidnon, and we have just opened a hub in Tacloban. We have our hubs in those places, and hubs are how we call our offices in FWD. Next slide, please, Karen. Now, this next slide will show you the countless awards and recognition given by different organizations and award-giving bodies to FWD, both here and abroad. A clear indication that as a company, FWD in so short a span of time has done the right things and is truly in the right trajectory. That is why, again, I won't blink an eye in telling you should not think twice in joining us, because together we will be able to conquer new heights. You know what? We have barely scratched the surface of innovation. The awards that we have been given: Best Life Insurance Company for Digital Transformation, Best Life Insurance App, our TAP, Global Banking and Finance Awards 2020, Best New Insurer in Asia, based on IDC Financial Insights and Innovation Awards 2020. We are given the Digital Insurance Initiative of the Year. And you can read it in the slide. FWD Life Insurance is ranked number 1 in customer experience in the Philippines. A Commission Customer Experience Index 2019. We are ranked number 9 in the total number of MDRTs in the multinational company level throughout Asia. Asia's Best Employer Brand, the Asia CEO Award, Circle of Excellence awardee, in top 3 ASEAN Corporate Governance Award. Now, this is truly who we are. Okay. Of course, now that you have a full grasp of who we are, I think one of the other important questions to be asked and has to be answered is, what's the product? Diba? Of course, the straightforward answer would be the product is actually life insurance. Then you'll ask, why life insurance? And then I'll say, why not? Followed by another question, will it sell? Well, what can I say? What can I say? In my more than 20 years working in this industry, I have seen countless individuals and families who practically became millionaires out of this industry. Dami ko rin kakilalang mga mayaman naman na mas lalong yumayaman pa dito. And of course, to give you a better understanding of the things that we do and to answer more clearly the question, why life insurance, we'll give the virtual floor back to Karen for her to introduce to you the next speaker. So Karen, back to you. Bubulol ako. Naka-mute ka, Karen.
Oh, there. Thank you. Thanks, Jet. I said I picked up a new term from you. GMG. Google mo, girl. No, it just cracked me up. But thank you so much, Jet. Thank you so much for sharing a lot of information about FWD. And just to summarize, right, and these are the things that we're very proud of in terms of our achievements in the business, and we're actually very young here in the Philippines. FWD Insurance, again, as Jet shared, we ranked #1 in customer service and customer experience. And we're very proud of this. This has been commissioned by Forrester Consulting in 2009, and we continuously give focus and importance when it comes to the customer experience that we actually share to our customers. Another that we are very proud, as also just shared, and we want to reiterate this, is FWD, in terms of priorities, we're very much into innovation, and we're very proud to have this award because we were awarded as the best insurance app. Can you just imagine? We're very young in the industry, and we were able to take this award. Best digital transformation and most innovative process. You'll get to know more about the applications that we have and also the transformation that we've done. But let me share with you, and let me also introduce to you the next speaker that we have for the evening. Let me introduce to you one of our remarkable agency development manager. That's JP Santa Maria, to talk more about why insurance and why this is the best time to be part of this industry. JP, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Again, good morning to everyone. Maraming salamat for giving us an opportunity to share to you what it is, what can we offer to you, being part of FWD moving forward po, So, let me use later on po siguro during my discussion to you yung bagong term natin from one of our speaker earlier, kay Sir Jet, yung GMG na yan, So, talagang energize po, an added term, if I can say, during our session po. But to focus on what I need to discuss to you and what I really want to share to you is these two questions po. Why do you need to consider insurance, enjoying insurance? And why is it the best time for us to be part of this insurance industry po? Next slide, please. So we now want to focus on this question po. Why is it the best time for us, for you, to be a financial advisor po? 5 things lang po. What you can see right now on your screen are some of the important details po of our country po. That means this is the opportunity for us to share this to our Filipino friends and clients po, that, hey, there's an opportunity for us here to grow more over our savings or even our investments po. The number one that I want to share with you guys is our economy right now is poised to do rebound versus last year's position. What do I mean by that? If you are watching closely, ang ating stock market po, earlier we ended at 6,500, but guys, we even reached a minimum or a low of 4,000 last year because of the situation. But look at where we are right now. We are at 6,500 in terms of our stock market. But we started this year at around 7,000 po, if I can say that one. But again, we are already poised to do rebound and to do catch up versus our last year's performance. Bakit po? Bakit po? One of the key factors po, aside from our non-stop OFW remittances, is that our mid-class has been increasing over the past few years. What do I mean by that? Ang ating bansa ay sobrang bata po. Maraming millennial, no? Or even centennial na nga po yun, if my term is correct, no? Because many of us right now are working already, no? So kumukonte po yung mga retirees or even the ones who are still studying, meaning to say the opportunity for the cash flows, no, to circle around our economies is increasing as we speak po, meaning to say there is really an opportunity, no, to talk to our clients and to discuss to them the importance of our industry. Nabanggit kanina ng ating speaker po that our country still has one of the lowest insurance penetration rate over the past few years, or even over the past few decades po. No? So again, this is an opportunity for us right now. Why? Because last year po, it really validated po and reinforces our need for protection because of pandemic po. No, because of pandemic, people right now are really looking into their health. They are really checking on their well-being po, no, physically, emotionally, no. The important thing here right now is that naging considered or naging option na tayo when it comes to ano ba ang priority ng ating mga middle-class Filipinos po. No? So that's why some of these items po are really a good factor in which we are right now considering that this is the best time for us to be a financial advisor, or what we call in FWD, financial wealth planners. Next slide, please. Right now, our industry po, no, some would say, ahente lang yan ang insurance po. Ba't tayo maniniwala dyan? No? We have to consider, guys, we have this realization, that our profession po is a very noble one. Bakit po? We are a professional, we have a professional career. Bakit po? You cannot sell our products, insurance products po, without a license governed or given by insurance commission po. Meaning to say, we really have to undergo trainings, learnings po, to know every little details po when it comes to positioning our products po, our life insurance products, no? So this is a noble profession. Why? Because we are not just protecting the lives of your clients. We are also taking care of their families on the next generation pa po, no? So yung mga lolo at lola po natin, we're not talking about their well-being lang. We're taking care also of their apos in the future po. No, that's how noble our profession is. Also, with having said that, we have this unlimited income potential that is really based on your activities, that is based on your goals. Depende po sa gagawin natin every single day. Why? Because sabi nga nila, di ba, laway lang po ang puhunan sa negosyo natin. You don't need an extravagant capital for you to be part of FWD. Some of the items po that I want to discuss with you right now is the rapid developments of our industry for the past few decades. No, sabi nga nila, before, if we are an insurance agent pa po tawag, no, kapag part ka ng insurance company po, we're just talking about sales. Kung bibentahan kita nito, pag-isipan mo, bilhan mo ito. But right now, it's not the case. Bakit po? Because our positioning is for you to be a financial wealth planner. You are advising short-term and long-term goals and needs of your clients po. So this is already an advisory. We are offering not a product, but a solution for them. Some before are considering to be part of this career or industry as a part-timer, but many of the successful planners of FWD right now are doing this full-time. So imagine if you have all the time focusing on your activities, focusing in this industry, in this business, or in your career, what unlimited income you will receive on a regular basis. No? One of the strengths and key advantages of our company, of FWD, is that all of our applications, all of what we are using to present to your clients, to our clients po, are all digital. We are digitally enabled, if not one of the most or the most digitally enabled agency force we have right now in the country. I'll share that with you later on. And of course, because of social media, ayan, so marami sa atin, no, when we consider joining this career, sinasabi natin, baka wala tayong masyadong contacts or connect or network po, no? But because of the social media and with the help of our digital tools in FWD, you can expand your reach further due to social media po. You can do online outreach po. You can use your social media to extend your network as far as Bataan or even Batanes or even down south in Mindanao, in Davao, or even farther pa po. Diba? So it's nationwide already, no? Because of our digital tools, you can have your network all around the Philippines po. Next slide, please. So the question right now, paano po I want to consider to join insurance, but my previous experience is far beyond insurance. Paano po if ang aking experience ay galing akong banking industry, galing akong bangko po? Worry not. Bakit po? All of your skills in terms of your previous affiliation, if you're part of a bank, we can still use that. Bakit po? We will just enhance it. We will just add value, or we will add more sales tools that you can offer to your clients. No? Kasi your same profile clients po in your industry or in your bank, you can extend your offering here in insurance. You can give or you can position insurance product already. Again, this is unlimited earnings po. It is based upon your activities. It is based upon how you do your time management in the future po if you're doing this industry po. Also, you can offer additional asset classes to your clients po. Hindi na lang po bank products ang pwede natin i-position po. In terms of your conversation with clients, in terms of your selling skills po, it is still there, but we will add more. Kumbaga, we will enhance it further po because of all the trainings that we can offer, that we are offering to you here with FWD. Next slide, please. Paano naman po kung galing kang real estate? Better. Bakit po? Kasi again, you will be having or you will be offering additional products po to your clients as a complement to their businesses or investment po in real estate. No, so we are completing po, kumbaga sabi nga natin, we are completing the client share of wallet because we are not positioning ourselves na real estate lang, but you can complement to that. We can cover the one who is paying for that real estate investment. Di po ba? Kasi what will happen, the question is, no, what will happen to the family nung nagbabayad po buwan-buwan ng real estate if something happens to him or her? Diba? So, sino yung kakarga nung binabayarang monthly amortization? No? So, we can answer that question for them if you're part of FWD. Next slide, please. Paano naman po kapag part ka ng pharmaceutical sales, no? Also, again, this is an added complement to your clients already, to your existing clients, because we can use your expertise in talking about the health industry, about health and protection po, and add more coverage or even protection po to your clients. So, hindi na lang siya advice lang na ito yung maintenance natin, ito yung kukunin natin medicine and whatsoever, because we can cover them already even beyond medicine po. No? We are talking about the long-term situation po, what will happen if something happens to them. People. But again, we are covering a larger portion of their wallet share. Next slide, please. Paano naman kung part tayo ng automotive sales? Better as well. Bakit po? Kasi sabi nga nila, di ba? And I'm sure you are experiencing this already, no? So we have friends who are buying new cars because right now, ang daming mura, ang daming sale, may mga zero down payment, and you'll be having your own personal car already. And kung papansinin niyo po, pag bumibili tayo ng brand new na kotse po, palaging may kasama insurance agad, yung kotse. Pero yung magmamaneho, walang insurance. Diba? So ito po yung naging part of our advocacy, of our noble vision that we are completing already. No? the protection that we are covering, that we are doing for our clients. May insurance ang kotse if something happens to the car. And of course, may insurance dapat po or may protection and coverage po yung nagmamaneho para if something happens, sana naman wala po, di ba? We can help the family of that client po. Di ba? Next slide, please. So the question is, why consider FWD? Why FWD Elite? Next slide. Here in FWD, we offer 3 best. No, we can offer you 3 best. Ano-ano po yan? We can offer you the best career possible. We can offer you the best technology platform, and we can offer you the best training possible for you as a financial wealth planner po. Next slide, please. Isa-isahin po natin yan. So we are the only industry po that can offer you a trio track career development. Sabi nga nila, trio track career. Ano-ano po yun? We can proceed or we can choose to go the sales track path, a sales management track, or a corporate track. No? If we are aspiring to be successful as a planner, as a financial planner, we can do it via the sales track and eventually be part of the one of the most prestigious group or organization in the whole world, which is the MDRT or the million dollar round table. No, if you're part of the MDRT, you are one of the most successful and recognized financial planners in the whole world. Po. Bakit? Kasi being part of the MDRT organization or even higher. No, we have court of the table and top of the table. You are part of the 1%, the top 1% financial advisors in the whole world. Imagine the prestige, the recognition that you will be receiving once you be part of this exclusive MDRT organization. Po. You can also choose to go to a different path if you have what it takes, or if you have this innate passion to be a leader, to spread the awareness or the brand awareness, the brand campaign of the company via the sales management track. No, we have this different hierarchy or position for you to be a leader, to be a successful leader, and invite your friends, families, or mga former colleagues ninyo, to be part of us in FWD. You can do it also, and if you missed eventually being part of the as an employee of FWD, you can do it also. You can be part of the company as an employee po by being an agency executive and work our way up sa career ladder po to eventually be part of the executive management po. So we have these 3 positions po that we can offer you right now as early as now, as early as tonight. Kumbaga na, should you decide to join with us, because you have 3 different options. It depends on what you want. It depends on the passion po that you have right now. And ano ba talaga yung magiging goals natin in the future po. Next slide, please. here in FWD po, we are also partnering with INSEAD po. INSEAD is one of the top business schools po in the whole world that is located in France. No, we have partnered with them, and we are training. Kumbaga, nagpapadala po tayo ng mga leaders po natin to join the INSEAD business program po, to change really the way people feel about insurance po, and how we can innovate more our strategies po to be a more effective and efficient leader or an agency leader po in FWD. No? So we have this 3-month preparation program, and then you will be going to France for a 1-week session there, no, for this INSEAD program po, and of course a 6 months post program, and of course the learning and development is continuous. It will never end because again, learning never stops po. No? But again, the experience for you to be part of the top business schools, no, to enhance further our leadership management in terms of, you know, managing the agency or managing your team in the future po, no? It really helps. It really helps. And the next slide that we are going to show to you actually is a video of our INSEAD program. Let's watch this.
With the elite signature at INSEAD, changes are about to become colossal.
วันแรกที่เราได้เรียนเนี่ยมันทำให้เราได้รู้ถึงว่าเรามาจากไหนเราเป็นใครและเราต้องทำยังไงต่อไป
This is a real mission to set us apart from other companies.
INSEAD's signature program for me is being able to just really face my biggest fear and everyone's fear in putting up an insurance agency.
If I have to use one word to describe the INSEAD Elite Signature Program, I will use the word mind-blowing.
Precious.
Disruptive.
Pagbabagong buhay.
It's awesome.
Situated in southeast Paris, the historic Fontainebleau is home to INSEAD, one of the world's top business schools and ranked number 2 by the Financial Times. Through a multi-year collaboration platform with INSEAD, hand-picked elite agents would be exposed to the world's top business minds. But who are these agents of tomorrow?
My name is Jessel Ramos from the Philippines.
สวัสดีค่ะก็สิริมานะครับจาก FWD Thailand ค่ะ
My name is Ras. I am from the Philippines.
My name is Nadira. I come from Indonesia.
Chào mọi người. Tôi tên là Ngọc. Tôi đến từ FWD Việt Nam.
Hi, I'm Charleston, and I come from Hong Kong.
The program is rigorous from the get-go. From sessions on hiring, motivating and sustaining a sales force, to exploring a repertoire of effective leadership and communication methods, and even delving into the new world of digital growth.
Our vision for Elite Agency is very clear, and that's to build the most trusted, professional, and productive agency in the world. Signature and INSEAD program is designed specifically to groom the top 100 leaders that will set the new standard for the industry.
I think I would be most pleased if after these 5 days, when they look at the same sets of issues with regards to opportunities and challenges, that they think of those things now in a completely different way. To me, that's the change that I would like to see in them, and I think that's the change that will happen in them.
They were put through a year-long program, starting with 3 months preparation at home, and then come to Fontainebleau in France for a week-long residence program. What sets this program apart is a holistic approach that we have taken. They will learn from the top faculty, exchange best practice ideas with each other, and get exposed to the top fintech and insurtech companies in Europe.
The times we live in are challenging, but also incredibly fertile in opportunity.
If we make ourselves the question, how can we reimagine insurance?
This is really difficult for me, and I really have to empty my cup to make sure that all of this information I would be able to fill in my cup.
Each of these people in the orchestra is a leader of their instrument. Some also have leading roles in different sections. But the key here is to think about this like your organization. I have a role here today. I'm the CEO, and I'm acting as a conductor.
คือการได้มาที่เนี่ยมันทำให้เรารู้ว่าเราโฟกัสลงไปในเป้าหมายของเราได้ชัดเจนมากขึ้นเพราะว่าการที่ได้มาเรียน business plan
Chương trình này đã thách thức bản thân Ngọc rất nhiều về thời gian, tại vì cái công việc kinh doanh của mình hiện tại vẫn đang chạy, nhưng mà mình phải dành thời gian để mà.
The most important thing, we will focus on the quality of the agent.
We have to do the selection because if we don't do that, maybe my team look big but empty inside.
我嚟緊嘅工作就係我希望再去了解自己多啲，因為我覺得作為一個好嘅領導，你要了解自己，跟住你先去了解其他人。
Beberapa hari saya berada di signature program ini, saya melihat banyak hal yang bisa saya adopsi. Dan dengan adanya ini, ketika saya akan kembali ke Indonesia, saya berkomitmen, saya akan bertumbuh dengan tim saya untuk menjadi tim yang sangat powerful dan solid.
Being able to know that my company values me. And the biggest effect here is because I feel valued. When I go home, the value I will give to people is the same value that this company gave me.
Chỉ có thể diễn tả chương trình dấu ấn đỉnh cao tại INSEAD này bằng một câu: rất ấn tượng. Bản thân mình thấy là cái chương trình này rất là ấn tượng, vì từ đầu đến cuối là cái chương trình được tổ chức rất là công phu và tập trung vào cái đối tượng là lãnh đạo.
See, in my opinion, the elite signature program at INSEAD is one of a kind because it's focused on getting these people to be ready for tomorrow. The consumers tomorrow are going to be different from the consumers today. How are they going to reimagine their business to be successful tomorrow?
Signature at INSEAD sets a new standard for our agency leaders, not just at FWD level, but for the whole industry.
A new beginning is on the horizon. FWD's elite agents have been put to the test and have persevered beyond all expectations. And now, with the full support of the FWD's management, the real work has only just begun. The time is now to build a trusted, professional and digitally enabled team that can adapt to future challenges. The time is now to reach new customers with nuance and insight. The time is now to elevate the insurance industry to a whole new level, helping people live their lives to the fullest and be extraordinary. The time is now.
All right, the time is now, guys. Sabi nga sa video po, no? And here in FWD po, we are the most, if not one of the most, no, digitally enabled agency force. Bakit po? Look at the slides right now. Look at the screen right now. These are the tools that we can offer you, to you as financial wealth planners, and eventually to your clients as well. Bakit po? Of course, we will start from the training. Your training, once you get coded with us, once you get started with us, no, we have two tools that we can use, that we are using actually right now, currently using po to our existing agency force. We have this FWD Alex, in which we can visit, revisit, have a refresher, on all trainings available to you as financial wealth planners. We also have an FWD e-coach, in which consists of more than 3,000 videos all about the sales process, all about the industry, all about how to do the business right and effectively. No, of course, we have also this FWD Iris Mobile. This is an application actually in your cell phones po, no? That is an extension of your activities. Ano bang meron dito sa FWD Iris Mobile? You can see the pendings, you can see the activities, you can see your submissions, you can monitor your client's birthday, kailan ba yan? If today is the birthday of your client, that will be a reminder for you, no, to greet him or her. No, so again, this is an extension of your FWD activity. Also, we have this FWD AI Squared, in which this is the tool that we are using, no, to have a wonderful conversation to your clients, to talk about their financial needs. No? So yun yung ginagamit natin to discuss to them, ano bang meron in your financial needs? Ano bang meron with your current financial situation po. And when it comes to our submission of application po, we have this FWD e-app, and our system is Underwrite Me. Ano pong meron sa Underwrite Me? In a span of 10 to 20 minutes po, once you submit your application, you will be receiving already a feedback or a result from our underwriting. Ganun po siya kabilis, ganun po siya ka-efficient, because we are really heavily investing majority of our capital or investments po, no, to our digital tools. And of course, once the policy will be enforced, no, and their client will now be having their personal FWD policies, no, they can track, they can monitor their investments, their policies po, through our mobile application called FWD Tab. Ayan. And of course, anytime, we have a 24/7 chatbot called, yung pinaka-pogi po dyan sa screen natin ngayon, no, na nakasalamin din, tulad ko po, no, si Enzo. They can answer you anytime if you have clarifications, if you have inquiries when it comes to your investments or anything about FWD. You can raise it to them. And of course, to your financial wealth planner po. Diba? Next slide, please. Again, our training and development here is continuous. It will never stop because we always believe. Sabi ko nga kanina po, no, learning never stop and it should not stop. Bakit po? At the start of your onboarding, at the start of your coding date or coding month, kumbaga, no, we will be having a 90-day onboarding for you because we want your first 3 months or first 90 days to be successful as possible po. For you to really experience the benefits and all the bonuses po here with FWD. And then after that, of course, after your 3-month program or your onboarding po, no, the learnings will continue po. Bakit? Kasi we are now positioning you, no, and will encourage you really to push for it, to push further, to go harder, kumbaga, in your efforts, in your goals, no, and be part of our MDRT or even elite FWD Elite Planner po, no? And of course, eventually, again, if you have what it takes, and if you have this passion really to be a leader po, yes, we can help you to grow your team, to build your team po, no? And eventually give you proper and efficient trainings for you and to be an effective agency leader po. Because again, our learning never stops in FWD, no? So if you want to be a planner, to be the most successful planner that you can be, you can do it in FWD. But if you also have a passion or a potential po to be an agency leader, to share our brand, no, to share the beauty and benefits of our company po, you can do it also, no? And we will help you with all the necessary trainings po. Next slide, please. Ayan. So ano ba ang itsura ng isang araw ng isang financial planner po, no? Sabi nga nila, di ba, based on research actually, this is based on research po, no? For a financial planner to close one sale, no, he or she needs to have 10 new connections po. Because out of those 10, 5 of them matatawagan mo. And out of those 5, 3 po doon, mamamiting mo, kumbaga masasetan mo ng appointment, maprepresentan mo about FWD. You can have the wonderful conversation about FWD. And out of those 3, 1 will be a closed sale or 1 will be a new client, will be converted to a new client. And of course, lagi natin silang hihingan ng kumbaga referrals or i-share mo naman ako doon sa mga ibang friends natin, no? At least 3. No? And if you do this on a weekly basis, next slide, please. Ayan, if you do this on a weekly basis, 1 closed sale per week, kumbaga, no? And in a month, on average, we have 4 weeks po. You'll be closing 4 policies in a month, no? And if that policy has a premium of 55,000, no, and multiplied by 4 because na-close mo nga ang 4 na policies for 4 na friends mo or family or relatives, no? Your commission at 35%, which is the average commission rate here in FWD, you'll be receiving 66,000 pesos in a month. And times multiplied by 12, that makes it 792, no? On top of additional bonuses worth 316,000, you'll be having a yearly income in your ITR 1.1 million pesos. again, this is at the very least, the very minimum that you can earn or you can have, no, per month, because this is just a 4 policies per month. Imagine if you do it 8. Imagine if you do it 16. Imagine the possibilities. Again, all of what we have shared with you, all of what we have discussed with you, imagine the possibilities po. And I'm sure you're thinking already, oh, pwede ko nga gawin to, no? Pwede ko talaga itong i-consider because if I can close 10 friends per month, no? Imagine how much will I take home for myself and for my family. But of course, that we have productive weeks. We need to have productive weeks again to learn new things, to adapt and enhance our learnings po. No? So we have different types of trainings, we have different types of coaching through Elite Builder, no? And of course, tulad nga ng ibang industry po, kapag meron tayong nakikita na target or goal, no? We have bonuses such as incentive trips. No? So we have different incentive trips, no? Here with FWD, if you hit different parameters or goals, no, over the year or over the quarter po, so it's very exciting. Plus, you get to have additional perks like HMO that you can extend to your dependents, a provident fund as well. And again, the bonuses here are very, very generous po. We give it every quarter. All right, next slide, please.
Welcome to Hive Agency San Francisco.
FWD Hive Agency in San Francisco. Congratulations.
Very, very high. Yeah, everyone! FWD! Oh, yeah!
Okay. I hope you enjoyed that video coming from us. And thank you so much, JP. We've actually shared a lot of information to the rest of the participants today. We enjoy that very much. And I hope, everybody's excited to be part of FWD. I am excited. But to continue the excitement, let me share with you our next speaker. Our next speaker is actually one of a remarkable financial wealth manager. And he is actually a 7th-time MDRT, consistently actually. So he is a 7th-time MDRT awardee. So to share with us his story, his personal story here in FWD and the insurance business, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. BRYAN Del Castillo.
Good morning, FWD! Grabe, thank you so much for inviting me over. And I'm really honored to be here. And of course, it's really, I'm really in gratitude to make sure I add value tonight. No? So apart from everything that you've heard, sobrang gandang mga narinig natin from Sir JP and kay Sir Jet kanina, mayroon pang kulang. No? Parang kailangan nating ma-experience what is it to be one of us, diba? So can I show you my first slide. Ayan. Can you look clearly, no, in the photo? Because that's my point A, growing up, di ba? You can see the kid there. If you look closely, no, makikita nyo, hindi po ako yan. Okay? Ginugel ko. Ginugel lang natin yung picture. Okay? But at the end of the day, being in that space, you can actually have different choices in life. Maybe some of you right now, no, yung mga attendees natin ngayon, maybe you're in that space na nahihirapan ka. Maybe litong-lito ka na sa buhay mo, hindi mo alam kung anong next step mo. Maybe this will remind you na sobrang hirap ng pinagdadaanan mo. Especially right now, no, pandemic. But at the end of the day, we all have different point A's. And what I really want to give you, no, or to make sure ma-experience nyo is kayang-kaya nyo makaalis sa point A nyo to go to your point B. And I want to show you my point B. Next slide, please. Yan. I'm a full-time model, no? Of course, hindi ako yan. Next slide. I'm a full-time and I'm the owner of my own company, DC Alliance Incorporated. And of course, I'm the financial wealth manager, or I own a branch here in FWD. And I also wrote a book. Imagine, no? I wrote a book 2 years ago titled Diary ng Sales Agent. No? And of course, being a real estate broker and a licensed advisor, and of course, I started with, being a chemical engineer. And that chemical engineering course, no? Sino rito, no? Hands, raise your hands if you're like me. Iba yung course ng college, iba yung ginagawa ngayon. Tama ba? So marami pong ganyan. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we're all here for a reason. Next slide, please. We're all here to be a billionaire, tama ba? We're all here to have that mindset. But it's really impossible to be in that space kung wala kang sinusunod eh. Kung wala kang na-experience na ganito. So here in FWD, what I can actually share to you is ganito po kami mag-isa. So I have this ruling, no? 3-step rule na ginagawa ko every day before I reach out to my clients, before I talk to anyone. No, it's a 3-step rule. The first step is just to clear myself of everything. Maybe bago kayo pumunta rito, or mag-login sa Zoom, maybe kinukulit kayo nung nag-invite sa inyo. Sige na, mag-login ka na and all. Maybe napilitan ka lang, marami rito, baka ganon. But at the end of the day, we have to clear everything first. Because there's always a reason kung ba't ka nandito. So you have to clear your mind para pumasok lahat ng kailangan pumasok. And if you do that, the next step would be grounding. No? Kailangan you are really humbled enough to see, no, what's in store for you. Because some of us, no, marami, like even me, I'm very, honestly, minsan ganyan din ako na, like, ano bang kailangan ko pang matutunan or ano bang meron pa dyan? Minsan ginajudge na natin what's in it for us. But at the end of the day, we have to ground ourselves. Think of all the limitless possibilities na pwede natin magawa. And the last step would be to just focus on winning. Yun po importante. And the mindset that we have here in FWD is all about winning. We want you guys, we want everyone here, attending here, to win. And if we just focus on our wins, not on our losses, I think we'll be able to be, to have the next big step in our career, in our lives. Next, please. So, it all boils down to what we call theory of space. Ano kaya yung theory of space na sinasabi ni Coach Brian? No? At the end of the day, hindi po ito yung parang may jowa ka tapos, kailangan niya ng space, mag-iwalay. Tama ba? So, theory of space is very, very simple, no? It's, you are the average of the 5 people na you always hang around with. So nakita niyo po kanina yung mga agency managers natin, yung mga sales directors natin na nagsalita. Sila po yung mga kasalamuha natin dito. In fact, to give you an honest story about it, when I first came to this group, no, na nagyaya sa akin sa FWD, honestly, they were all earning a lot. As in, 3, 4 times kung ano yung in-earn ko before. And imagine, if I'm earning before I came here, around 50, 60,000. Ganon katindi yung space na meron na pupuntahan ko. So if you really want to see where you're going, look at your space, di ba? Ano ba yung iniikutan natin? Kasi if you're hanging out with people na mas lower pa yung income sa'yo, then mahahata ka lang nila pababa. Find people, no? Maybe yung nag-invite sa'yo, kaya kanya na-invite. Kasi nakikita niya, you have the potential to really reach what you really need to reach. Or to just be who you are in this life. And achieve maximum income. Diba? And it's possible because you have to just believe in yourself. Next slide, please. I always love this intention. No? Because if you are clear with what you really want right now, imagine yourself being in this position na, okay, I joined FWD and I really love, what we're doing and everything there. So if it's really clear to you what you really want, kahit pa, it's just about money or it's about the mission or everything na it encompasses, importante po dito is you're very clear with what you really want. If you're clear with what you really want, everything will just appear for you. Everything will just be there for you. What really matters is yung 80% of what we are inside is sana po makita natin right now. Because whatever's happening right now, it's really manifestation of what's, yung ginagawa natin before. So, my challenge for everyone here is just to, accept the fact that maybe there's really a reason kung ba't ka umattend ngayon ng Zoom or kung bakit nandito ka sa event namin. Maybe there's really something bothering you na kailangan ma-solve or there's this internal issue na kailangan ma-fix. And that's 80%. Imagine, 20% lang pala yung external. Meaning, even if ang daming ipakita sa inyo, kasi like, I'm one of the INSEAD qualifiers. So shout out to my INSEAD classmates out there. And I'm also one of the person who qualified dun sa Hive San Francisco, yung pinakita kanina. Sobrang daming magandang perks, sobrang daming binibigay ng company. But it's just 20% of who you really are. Meaning, if dun ka lang magpo-focus, maybe pag hindi mo yun na-achieve agad, baka umalis ka na rin agad dito. I want to focus on your internal being. Kung sino po talaga. What do you really want? And because if you really focus on that at yun ang tinignan mo, the rest will just be put into place. Coming for you. Yung mga trips, yung mga income, everything that you want will be given to you. Because you just believe 80%, and fix 80% of who you are. And it's what really matters right now. Okay, so very, very important that you challenge yourself. What do I really want? I want a solid income for my family, diba? So I'm a father of two and hindi po madali, na maging parent. And yung mga parents there and yung may mga kids, guys, pa-shout out po sa mga parents there. Sobrang saludo po ko sa inyo. And for sure, kaya po kayo nandito is sila po yung iniisip natin. Exactly. So if they're really the things that matter, yung mga bagay na yan, focus on that. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find yourself pushing yourself to the limit talaga na doing everything you can. Because that's what really matters. All right, next slide, please. So we have this, in our group, we manifest everything, diba? The power of manifestation. Have you really imagined yourself earning at least 1 million a month, diba? Kasi I always picture that out every time. And there's this story, na last month lang, very, very fortunate na na-invite ako dito kasi I can share this story of mine. Okay? So I really need an income, an income because I bought a house, another property, and I really need an income. So I manifested something. I need clients na magbibigay sa akin ng at least 500,000 for that particular house para makabayad ako ng down payment and everything. Not because it's not impossible. It's because I know I can do it. So after a week, I closed 6 clients, and the premium is equivalent to 1.5 million pesos. And they paid annually. They paid on the spot. So for me, the lesson there is just believing that you can achieve it and just feeling it, be in that space. Now you are actually feeling already what do you want. And it just happened. And my client said, yes, ba? You done everything, diba? You presented very well, you trained very well. So you're really for this, but it's just a matter of believing yourself. And after a week, kasi weekly po ang commissions namin dito. After a week, after approval, exactly 497,000 something in commissions in 1 week. Grabe, diba? So, it's just, I'm really fortunate that I'm in this business, I'm very clear with what I really want. And it's a matter of making sure I will do my best to get it. I will do my best to make sure it happens for me. I hope you do too, Lahat po ng nakikinig dito, don't waste your time. We have been here for almost 2 hours already, and there's nothing really wrong in making sure your dreams come true. And if FWD is the vehicle for it, then let's go for it. Next slide, please. So, what does it take to be a hero? Kasi ang dami po ngayon nakiklaim na they're frontliners and everything. But what I love about what we do here is we're actually real frontliners, di ba? In the biggest sense of it. Why? Because kung titignan niyo po, marami pong nagsisave ng buhay talaga. But what we actually do here is we really save the person. Okay? Because even frontliners needs us, di ba? Tayo yung magsasabi sa kanila, you need to be protected, especially these times. You need this financial planning. You need this coaching. Kailangan niyo po ng guidance. And inaral ko po itong mabuti to make sure ma-present ko po sa inyo ng tama at mabigay po sa inyo ng maganda. Guys, if you just believe in what we do, grabe po mga implications. The very thing that happened to me here is, my very first claim back in 2017. It's just a 500,000 claim. Pero imagine guys, yung higpit nung yakap nung binigay ko yung check doon sa client, sa namatayan. And namatay yung dad niya. And eto lang yung pinaka sinabi niya sa akin. Buti, sinabi mo sa akin na kuhanan natin ng insurance yung daddy ko. Because pinipilit niya ako na siya lang muna. Okay, kukuha ako sa iyo, ako lang muna. Sir, kahit po 1.5 per month, kuhanan niyo po yung daddy and mommy. Because, sir, you're 40 plus, your mom is almost, di ba, senior citizen na and everything. So, kuhanan niyo po. Kinuhanan niya 1.5 a month. After 3 months, namatay yung dad niya. So, imagine that. Kasi siya yung panganay and lahat sa kanya siya yung nagbabayad sa lahat for the parents. So, imagine that you actually are there for the person because you're the person who told the client na kailangan niyo po ito. Imagine that. For me, that's very cool, di ba? Being in that space is actually being a hero, being someone who will actually be there for the person when all the other, persons wala doon, di ba? Yun yung kailangan nila ngayon, and basically yun ang kailangan ng lahat ngayon, So nakakatuwa po isipin na we are in this industry that actually promotes that. And I hope you realize that sooner than later, especially yung mga attendees po dito. Next please, next slide. So what will people remember you for when you're gone, di ba? Ano yung mga maaalala nila sa'yo? So I just had a goosebump story wherein one of my clients told me, Coach Bry, pag wala na ako, ikaw na bahala sa mga anak ko. Si John, 14 years old na yan, pero magaling na mag-ipon. As in, kinilabutan po ako. As in, like, super. Diba? Imagine that, no? Parang pinibigyan ka na ng authority to make sure huwag mong pabayaan yung mga maiiwan mo. And for me, wow. Diba? A person trusts me so much na hindi ko siya kamag-anak or I just, na-refer lang. And ganito pala nila ako nakikilala and this is how I mean to them. No? I mean so much to them na ihahabilin nila yung mga anak for me. Na ako na ang bahalang mag-tour ng financial planning, huwag kong pabayaan yung state of income nila in terms of yung mga financial coaching na ganyan. Kailangan po kasi ng lahat yun. Hindi lang po ng mga, diba? Retirees, hindi lang po ng mga students, lahat po, no? All ages, diba? So parang, come to think of it, what about you, diba? Ano bang ginagawa mo ngayon? Diba? Kasi kung nagne-Netflix ka lang and you just, see yourself na parang lumulutang lang, no? Or sumasabay ka lang sa agos. You better think straight and just, feel within yourself, ano ba talaga yung gusto mong gawin? Okay? And we're here for you. We'll be waiting. If you say yes and if you commit to this, we're here for you. We'll support you all the way. Everyone here in FWD will be there for you. Next slide, please. So it's time to build your legacy. I built my legacy. I'm 7 years in the business. I'm the head of my branch. I have 70 plus people under me. I'm 35 years old. And that's my story. Coming from a poor kid in Tondo, Manila, na nagpupulot ng dyaryo bote para makakain po. It's not easy, but you have a choice. You have this power to choose. What do you really want? What do you really want to go for? No? Hindi pa po huli lahat. It's never too late. If you act now, if you decide, it will never be too late. Because marami pa po tayong masasave. Marami pa tayong pwedeng makausap. And the best thing about what happened to me here is, kung iisipin mo, our clients are really the human race, di ba? Yung buong all the people in the world, no? There are our clients. Hindi tayo kailangan mamili, di ba? Everyone, we can teach them the right way. How to save, how to invest, how to protect themselves. Lahat po. So, it's just having that mentality or mindset na one client at a time, one client at a time. And habang ginagawa mo yan, you're also building who you are, your dreams, your legacy. What do you want to leave behind? So I just want to thank everyone here, attending this. Especially, I'm sure my Mama Racel is here. Mama Racel, thank you for inviting me in this business. I will never be, I will never have gone this far without you and without every mentoring that you gave me. And of course, the SJ family and the DC Alliance peeps, my branch, salamat po for always trusting me as your leader. And FWDs, thank you so much for inviting me to talk. Anytime I'll be happy to add value again. And yeah, nothing much more to say, but join us, guys, and let's feel the difference of being in FWD. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you so much, Bryan, for that inspiring story and also the insights that you were able to share with our participants today. I know very well that they are very excited and also very interested to be part of FWD. So I could see, I think there are some questions, right? There are some comments from our chat box. But with that, let me proceed to the next part of our presentation before we answer all of your questions. And I know some of you are also raising your hands. Feel free to chat all of your questions in our Q&A portion. We will be answering your questions in a few minutes. But let me just go through some of the things that you need to know should you feel that this is something for you, okay? In terms of our next steps, these are the things that we'd like to share with you. I know that as the first step here in FWD, a person or someone from FWD actually invited you to attend this presentation. So can you, what we do encourage is that after this presentation, you go instantly go back to that person who invited you so that that person is able to assist you in the next steps of the process. Because once you're interested, you're very committed to be part of FWD, we will be supporting you in such a way that we will be creating an account for you in one of our platforms that JP has mentioned a while ago. That's our Alex platform. And from there, we will be sharing with you information and reference materials, even training programs that you can actually take as soon as possible. And after which, to get started, right, this is one of the things that we also stress if you're really, really very interested. As early as the second step, we will be collecting your documents, which are required actually for us to be able to facilitate the faster licensing or faster licensure that you are able to get from FWD. After which, we will be reviewing that. We will be, again, ensuring that you are done with the eConnect. It's called eConnect in terms of our pre-licensure training. And after which, we would also be assisting you in terms of registering to take the licensure exam. So with all of the support that we are providing you, we will be ensuring that you're able to take the exam with the Insurance Commission or IC that you can see in the screen. Aside from IC, we are also partnering with IIAP or the Insurance Institute of Asia Pacific when it comes to registering our candidates or our potential recruits to the traditional examination, okay? IC, by the way, hosts the exam both for variable and also traditional, okay? And lastly, we're very excited to do the licensing, or we call coding for you, and ensuring that you are able to start selling our products and you are part of our FWD family. Okay, so with that, please let us know if you have any questions, because we are here to answer you and to give you clarity if there are any clarifications. So can I just invite Brian and also JP to turn on your videos back for us to be able to answer any questions that our participants are flashing in our Q&A box. Okay, so while others are typing in, let's start with Vincent. One of the questions of Vincent here is, could you expand more the difference between sales track and sales management track? What objectively sets them apart? This is actually a very good question, Vincent. I know you're also very interested to grow with us here in FWD, reason that you've asked that. So maybe I can ask JP. JP, if ever you're able to answer that question for Vincent.
All right. Thank you, Vincent, for your wonderful question. Also, basically, the difference is on the goals. No, what will be your goal in the future once you be part of FWD? If your goal is to really be focusing on your personal production or your personal sales, no, you can opt to go to the sales track where you will be really focusing in delivering or expanding your network, no, to discuss and to present our FWD products and eventually be part of the MDRT. While as in terms of the sales management track, you get to build your own team, like one of our speakers, no, si Coach BRYAN, in having your own personal agency force, no? Currently, di ba, sabi nga ni Coach BRYAN kanina, he really started, no, to do the sales track, but eventually, no, went to sales management to really build his own team with FWD. So basically, that sets them apart objectively.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, JP. Bri, do you want to add something to that based on your personal experience here in FWD?
Yeah, sure. Great question. Yung sales track is more of making sure you perform, di ba? By yourself and kung ano yung goals mo, no? Tama si JP. But being in a sales management, it's very different. It's a different game, and of course the income is higher, di ba? I mean, it's really more of goals driven. What do you really want to achieve? What do you want to leave in terms of your legacy? We have different fortes or calling, but at the end of the day, it's the same umbrella where yung support is very, very crucial. No? So all I can say is if you are on board already, for sure your manager will discuss, or you can have that assessment, where do you want to belong. Diba? So some people, pagpasok nila leader kagad. Some mag-planner muna, then maging sobrang galing na planner, then shift to leadership. So it's up to you, but we'll always be here to guide you in terms of how you wanna go with it. So there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Brian. Before we proceed to the next question, let me just read through some of the comments that we're having in the chat box. I think, Brian, a lot of people are watching right now your presentation. They're very proud of you. We want to give you that shout out. Thank you so much for those who are continuously chatting their comments. They are very much appreciated. One of the items here or comments which I'd like also to recognize coming from Raquel Tablan. Raquel said, totally agree. This is one of the most noble jobs. And I think that's one of the things that JP has also shared earlier, and also a testament to what Brian has shared with us during his presentation, right? So we want to just recognize that. And thank you so much, everyone, for the comments that you're posting in our chat box. Okay, so I'll proceed to the next question. The next question that I can see coming from Kenneth: when is the next scheduled IC exam? So this is actually a very good question. Currently, we have 3 platforms of examination that we take advantage of. So let me start with, aside from IC, we have the traditional examinations that's taken care of by IIAP. So in IIAP, our examinations there, this is actually done every day, and you can take that in an online, it's an online platform, so you can take it anywhere, anytime. You just need to register with us. In terms of exam fees, that's 1,200 per exam. So for the traditional exam, you're going to pay for that amount. The second platform that we have is the IC ACE exam. So this is the online platform also of the Insurance Commission. Again, you would have to register. We will be helping you out in terms of registering via the platform of ACE, specifically IC ACE. And particular to their exam slots, every day they actually have 75 exam slots. That's for the entire industry. So FWD will help you out to secure a slot there. You just need to provide us your availability or your preferred schedule, okay? And then we will be booking that up once those exam slots are available in the platform of IC. Now, the third one, we have the off-site exam. These are special exams that we request coming from IC. And what we do there, this is a pen and paper exam. And usually we book a venue so that we are able to cater for these exams. So good question in terms of when is the next schedule. For Manila, we actually have a schedule on May 5 and also on May 19. That's 2 Wednesdays this coming May. And at the same time, for Visayas and Mindanao, we also have schedules. So if you are in those areas, please feel free to reach out to the person who invited you so that they can support you. The schedule for Visayas and Mindanao, that is May 8 and also 29. So please take advantage of that should you be interested to take the examination. For IC, the cost is 1,010 per examination. So if you will take traditional and variable, you would have to pay for 2 exam fees, okay? All right, I think I have another question coming from Wilhelmina. How many exams in all? It actually depends. It depends on your preference, but we would encourage you to take those 2 exams. There are only two types of exams. One for traditional, and the other one is for variable insurance. So if you take both, you're actually licensed to sell both types of products. So those are the only exams that we have in terms of licensure. If you take that, there is a duration of at least an hour for you to take those exams, at least 1 exam for 1 hour, okay? So I hope I'm able to answer your question there, Wilhelmina. And then let's proceed with Born Brian. There's another question here. Regarding the apps, can this be downloaded to a laptop and a mobile phone as well? JP, you want to answer that?
Hi, thank you, Born, for your question. No, our application can be downloaded to our mobile. No, our application na e-app in which we use to submit our policies can only be used in our tablets or iPad. But other than that, our application like the Iris Mobile and the FWD Tap can be downloaded and used in our mobile phones. All right. Thank you, Born, for the question.
Okay. Thank you, Bryan. I hope we're able to answer your question. Any other question from our participants? Aside from doing GMG, sabi nga ni Jet earlier, right? I-Google natin ang answers. We are actually here to answer all of your questions. We have a new question coming from Alan. What are the difference between VUL and traditional exam? Okay. Bryan, would you like to answer this question for us? Since you have experience going through these exams.
It's more of yung course kasi natin is really for two-way, di ba? So meron tayong traditional or yun yung pure life insurance mechanics and the details, and we have the VUL, variable unit link. So yun yung sa investment side. So those two exams, you don't have to worry. There are reviewers naman, and of course yung Connect training would very sufficient enough to make sure you can actually ace the exam. So those are the two different exams that you have to accomplish to be coded for both licenses. So there.
Yes, okay. Thanks so much, Bryan. I hope we're able to answer your question, Alan. Feel free to give us follow-up questions if you have. I think there's another item coming from Born. Born is very participative. Thank you so much, Born. We're actually very excited to take a look at your questions and comments. Born Bryan says, thank you so much. A follow-up question. I heard that FWD is the only insurance company that can provide a tablet or an iPad. This can help us sell more. Okay. So you want to give more feedback to that, Bryan?
Yeah, of course. Part of our really, one of the best digital brands in the country, diba? FWD. We have a paperless technology na, diba? So we use iPad for everything. We use that tablet for everything. So apart from having your own tablet, they're also giving out tablets, iPads for contests, apart from the trips, So talagang very technology ready yung FWD. So it sure helps more in terms of selling. I can attest to that kasi I have a planner by the name of Nicanor Nepomuceno. Last year he made it to MDRT without even walking out of the house. Imagine. Diba? So everything is digital and via Zoom lahat. Puro walang physical meeting, and nagawa niyang maging MDRT or one of the top in the industry. So yeah, it will really help you sell more. And iba yung dating niya, di ba? When you present, tapos it's in the tablet, everything's there, all the presentations. Then when you need there's no signature na kailangan, diba? We have remote selling. Sobrang dali, sobrang efficient, and for us sellers, sobrang manageable. So yun, very very nice. Thank you,
okay.
FWD.
Thank you, Bri. Born, I hope we're able to answer your, to give more feedback on what you've shared here in our chat box. And I hope you're excited, right, to be part of the organization as well as the rest of our participants, since we are very digitally enabled here in FWD. Okay. Any other questions coming from the participants for tonight? Any other things that you would like us to share or to comment on? I'm trying to review our chat box. I think, Bryan, you have a lot of fans here. I can see a lot of people thanking you. And they're very proud of you. So we're so happy to see that. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Bri. We have another question here coming from Angela. Does being a planner or a seller has a quota to meet? JP, you wanna take that?
All right, thank you, Angelica. Sorry for your question. we have validation, a yearly validation for us to maintain our position as a financial wealth planner. But that is a very, very minimal quota, or what we call validation. No, you may want to ask and have this conversation with your recruiter, the one who invited you here, to ask the specifics about it. But to answer your question, yes, we have a very minimal validation on a yearly basis for us to maintain our position as financial wealth planner.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, JP. Aside from taking a look at, the quota, I think one of the things that we can also do is to change the perspective, right? Instead of thinking about it as a quota, and JP has shared with us, very, very minimal here in FWD. But here in FWD, we take a look at it as an opportunity. Because like what Bryan and also JP has shared earlier, if you are really committed, right, to achieve your dreams here in FWD, opportunities are limitless. So in fact, the quotas, that's going to be nothing for you because you want to achieve more every month, every quarter, and even every year. As we've seen, right, Bryan has achieved quite a lot. Can you just imagine being a 7-time MDRT? And he is part of our 1%, the 1% of the population of distinguished and recognized and reputable life insurance professionals, not just here in the Philippines, but also globally. All right. I could see a comment here from Renan. Okay. Renan says, wow. So thank you. Thank you, Renan. I hope we gave you a wow there in terms of the opportunities that we are able to share with you. Thank you so much for that comment. Okay. Anything else, team, before we close our Q&A portion? Any other item that you would have to clarify with us? Okay. I think there's none.
You're all set to join us.
Yes. Yes. I do think so also, Bryan and JP. With that, I think they're very, very open. They're very excited to be part of FWD. I would like to thank JP and Bryan for taking time for us to be for you to be here in our presentation. We really appreciate that. And we're really looking forward to have you again in the next presentations that we have moving forward. So for you, everyone, for all those who attended our presentation for today, please feel free to invite again, additional participants. We do have this presentation every Tuesday, 6 to 7:30, and also every Saturday, that's 10 a.m. to 11:30. So the person who invited you, they will definitely have an access to the link where they can register in the Zoom platform, okay? So just to end this presentation, let me share with you a quote, okay? This is actually a personal quote that I really like. This is something that I've read in one of my favorite books. It's called What Matters Most. And in that quote, it says, if there is an opportunity for you to dance, you dance. And that statement struck me the most because while it's very short, it's very, very meaningful for me. And when I say meaningful, it's because sometimes opportunities would knock to our doors, right? It can come in, it can knock once, it can knock twice. Sometimes it can knock in a very bizarre fashion. Other times it can also knock in unprecedented or even unexpected times. Maybe even the business opportunity that we've done right now is also a knock, on your door. It's an opportunity knocking onto your door. But whenever an opportunity is in front of you, I hope when there is an opportunity for you to dance, you dance. You don't sit out in the sideline and just do nothing or just watch passively what's going to happen. I challenge everybody to stand up, not sit out. You go to the dance floor, you go to the middle of the dance floor and, dance in the rhythm of the change and dance to the opportunity just in front of you, because who knows, right? That opportunity can bridge the way for you to achieve your dreams, not just at work, but also at the personal level, maybe, dreams for the family that you have and even with the friends that you have. But what I'm saying is when there is an opportunity that knocks into your door, when there's an opportunity for you to dance, you dance to that change and you dance to that opportunity. because like what Brian has shared earlier, maybe this is an opportunity for you to start building your legacy, right? So with that, thank you so much everyone for joining this presentation. I hope you were able to share with you a lot of information about FWD and the opportunity or the possibilities for you as you start, thinking about it and join our organization. Okay, so again, I am Karen. I am your host. I am from the recruitment team. I'm very excited to have you on board in the organization. Thank you again, JP. Thank you, Brian. Thank you to all of our participants. Again, we are from FWD, and maybe together and with you, we can change the way people feel about insurance. Thank you, everyone. I'll leave you with our last video. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.